Hello dear learners, I am Mrs. S Zunjarwad, Assistant Professor Communication Skills and Professional Communication, Department of Humanities and Sciences, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In today's my session, I am going to discuss on a very important topic, decision making. So, learning outcome. At the end of this session, student will be able to understand the various steps in the process of decision making. So, life is all about making decisions. From getting out of bed in the morning until you call it a day, we are constantly making choices and making decisions. Whether it is your personal or professional life, you are often defined by your decisions. So, some of your decisions are mundane and almost automatic, such as brushing your teeth and taking a bath, while some tasks require minor decision making, such as planning your daily schedule. So, let us first discuss what is decision making. Take a pause, think about this question and try to give the answer. So, decision making. Trevatha and Newport define decision making process as follows. Decision making involves the selection of a course of action from among two or more possible alternatives in order to arrive at a solution for a given problem. According to the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, the term decision making means the process of deciding about something important, especially in a group of people or in an organization. So, decision making is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information and assessing alternative solutions. Using a step-by-step decision making process can help you make more deliberate, thoughtful decisions by organizing relevant information and defining alternatives. So, see the steps here. First step, that is identify the issue. Second one is background research. Then think out of the box. Next one is keep your options open. Next, communicating your decisions. Then it helps students make great career choices. And the last one is personality determiner. So, all these steps we are going to discuss in detail. So, the first step, identify the issue. The first step in decision making is to identify the issue at hand. This is a very important step because it's only after you are able to identify the problem, it is possible to make a decision on it. You must be able to properly understand the problem and identify what kind of problem it is. So, very important first step. Second one, background research. Once you identify the problem, it is important to do a background research on the problem. This background research might involve a bit of recalling too. It is also important to separate and filter out the information that you will need and may not need. So, your efficiency depends on how you use researched information. See the next step, think out of the box, means think differently. While trying to come to any conclusion, you must think creatively. Thinking out of the box will give you an upper hand when it comes to decision making skills. Then identify the issue. Analyze the consequences of each approach you were able to identify. It is best to identify all the alternative paths that can lead to a logical solution to the issue. Then keep your options open. While making decisions, you must not be rigid. Always keep an open mind when there are more than one approaches to the problem. Being rigid with a one-track mind often makes you lose sight of the better option. So stay committed to your decisions but flexible with your approach. Next step is communicating your decisions. Being able to communicate your decision is also an integral part of the decision making process. A situation may arise where your decision or conclusion was misinterpreted by another person and that misinterpretation has led to an inference or bad action. So, it is equally important to be able to communicate your findings in an effective manner. Next one, it helps students make great career choices. So, a decision you make today may benefit you years later. You cannot make progress without making decisions. So, decision making takes care of goal setting and so does self-discipline. Self-discipline and decision making help to shape great careers for students. So, this is also very important step. Then, personality determiner. Decision making skills provide an insight on your personality. It throws light on your strengths and weaknesses. This gives scope to concentrate on your weaknesses in order to improve them. For example, being undecided most of the time shows that you have an unconfident and hesitant personality. So, now let us discuss how to improve your decision making skills. These tips to start improving your decision making skills. So, first one, set goals. Having your eye on the big picture is enormously helpful when it comes to decision making. Someone can make all the right decisions, but if their ultimate goal is wrong-headed, then those great decisions don't add up to anything useful. Then reduce choice. Everyone loves options, but being inundated with too many potential choices can paralyze you. So, before you begin making decisions, try to narrow down your possible choices to the top 3. Then research. Decision making isn't easy when you don't have all the facts in front of you. Good decisions are predicted on good data, so start working to improve your research skills. The greater your knowledge and expertise, the simple most decisions become. Then communicate early and often. Communication skills complement decision making skills well. Whether you are seeking out advice or expressing a project's goals, team members who understand each other get more done more effectively. So don't analyze forever. The phrase paralysis by analysis is all too true. Don't be afraid to make small decisions without 100% of the information you might need. A few minor failures can actually be helpful for generating better ideas. Start with the minimum visible solution and iterate from there. Increase your general knowledge. General knowledge is the awareness, understanding, and comprehension of facts around you. General knowledge is accumulated over time through reading, social interactions, and experiences. With a good background of general knowledge, you can improve your decision making powers. So, examples of decision making skills. It's easy to list skills that are required to make a good decision, but it can be hard to understand exactly when and how those skills will help you. So, let us take a look at some real world workplace examples of decision making and the skills required to tackle them effectively. So, the first example, choosing a manufacturer to supply the product you sell, you need to be able to evaluate all manufacturers and what they offer. Then analyze their pros and cons to choose one. See the second example, comparing different candidates for a job opening or promotion. Evaluation and analytical skills will help you determine the best candidate depending on the job description and the candidate's qualification. So, decisions are the ultimate power. Decisions made today will finally determine your future course of action. Must remember that good decision making is much more than just learning new skills and applying them everywhere you can. Instead, think about what will help you the most in tackling a decision and constantly evaluate your performance in decision making. These are the references. Please go through the references. Thank you.